Okay, we're gonna do a quick run through. Okay, so let's be clear who we're talking about and the symbolism associated. It's a lunar deity. You saw that with your own eyes. Luna, right? Who is the god of the moon? Luna. Allah is a lunar deity. Luna. My word's not there. That's Google word. Okay, this is images. Okay, somebody crossed it out. They ain't want to see that. They ain't want to hear that. Right? Then what is it that they didn't want to see? Okay, that's a little blurry. That's a little blurry. I got a good idea looking at the image. But let's see if we can find. Okay, Allah is the Arabian moon god, also known as Baal, Hubal, or Molech. Molech. Muslims will react with a denial when you point out this was the god of the tribe of Mahomet and was born unto children. Okay. This is why the idol has attained a position with the fire beneath. Did Muhammad know this? Yes, Muhammad advised some women who asked him about the issue of, and no, Allah regarded that situation. He said a woman whose children, will be shielded by them from, and the woman said, this is why the moon image is put on the top. Alright, well, you saw what that said. Let's get it going. Allah is, Baal, who Baal is Allah. Okay, you see who Baal is in the bottom left picture. You see the logo. Okay, this is simple Google. You see what I typed in? Simple Google image search. No meme this time, just images. Okay, Arabia, same place. Just two different time periods, same place, same imagery. All right, you can read that for yourself. Yeah, let's get it going. Okay, you got the crescent moon in Mecca, crescent moon in Wicca, pagan carving of the solar deity Baal Hadad, depicted as a disc and a crescent, Luciferian symbolism. Okay, let's get straight to it. They say Baal worship still exists. Did you know? Allah is the moon god. That's obvious for anybody paying attention. That's how all this got started. Allah and the moon. Okay, who's inside the box? You see what they calling it? Okay. 2014, 2030 BC. The moon god role of the winged bull, the Bible. Okay. The beast. The end. You see the words that you see what just comes up when you hit images on these certain topics. The moon of Baal appears over Iran. Get the Bible quote to back it up. Image of the beast, the bull, the horn god. Muhammad said you can split the moon into two parts. Now see, that's an old alchemy trope. That's an old alchemy legend that in the book of the cow, Vaca Libre and all that, they had alchemy spells that could split the moon. I told you Islam gave alchemy to the Templars, but that's through the investigation of the homunculus that Mind Unveiled and One-on-One podcast discovered. So we tracing the dots. Stay with me. Allah the moon god. Okay, connected to Jehovah. Okay. The pagan Arabians did not worship the moon god. They leaned more towards Kabbalah, the house of God. Kabbalah, the Kaaba Allah. Right? House of Allah. Kabbalah, Jewish mysticism. We don't let's. You see, we got the Kaaba, right? Aliyah, Allah, Aliyah. This is one of the old statues, the old idols, quote unquote, right? That's like one of the first ones. Alright, let's scratch the surface. Muhammad chose his tribe's moon. Allah is his God. He picked the crescent moon as his symbol because it's Allah's symbol. Allah, the moon god. Okay, so I mean, this is why I like to show basic images, because if I said it, you'd make it seem like it was my idea. I'm saying this is where the research takes you. You type in certain shit, you hit images, you see what the world is saying. You like, whoa, wait a minute. You know what I mean? You got independent journalism out there. You got people that's putting information out. Okay, you got the Egyptian moon god with the horns. Origin of Allah. Okay, that was deep right there. Pause and get into that one. I ain't gonna hold you, I ain't gonna hold you, I ain't gonna hold you. Okay, we got some good images right here. Truth or myth. About the moon god. Okay. The daughter's gate. They got a brush. Repackaged polytheism. Okay, you see what people putting some good imagery out there. This is just off a simple image. Allah, moon god. You just hit images and look what's coming up. Allah, the triple moon goddess, is Astarte, who was also Semiramis, who was the wife of Nimrod, queen of Babylon, the Catholic Virgin Mary. Talk spicy. The black stone worshipped in Mecca is without a doubt a trace to pre-Islamic moon goddess worship that is very dominant in that area. The black stone, peace stone, we're going to get into the peace stone El Rukin connection. The origins of Allah, the triple goddess Wicca, is Semiramis. Notice the crescent moon on her later form, Ishtar, Israel, Ishtar, also known as Semiramis and Tammuz, Isis and Horus. You ever heard of Isis in the Middle East? You ever heard of Isis in Egypt? You wonder why, right? Hubal, the chief idol of Mecca, is linked to Baal, also known as Tammuz. They're giving you the statues and the artwork. It's just interesting when you just hit images. Habu, the moon god, Mecca is Baal. Baal is Tammuz, son of Semiramis, who Semiramis claimed Nimrod reincarnated. Tammuz is the false Christ. Okay, you got Osiris. Sin is also Ishtar, also known as Semiramis, mother of Tammuz, also known as Isis. Notice the moon everywhere. That's why Freemasons put one breast out. That's why they do the toga with one breast out. That's why it's yoga. We're going to connect this to yoga too. Islam, the moon gods of Arabia and Babylon. Okay, this topic, Robert Moreau's theory. Monotheism, not monotheism, monotheism. Abraham, you see who we had up there? They talking hot. They talking spice. All right, let's move on. You see what they was talking about that. Okay, you got Hubal. You know, that's where I think the hoodoo comes from. Hubal, hoodoo. Judaism, Judah. Okay. Venus. That's feminine. You know, Venus, women are from Mars, men are from Mars, women from Venus. Is Hubal and Allah the same? Consider Hubal to be an ancient name for Allah. Talk spicy. Before Islam, the Kaaba contained a statue representing the god Hubal. On the basis that the Kaaba, right? Kabbalah, the house of Allah, basically. Who was Hubal in the Bible? A pituitive Canaanite fertility god. And most fertility gods are female. Fertility, fertile, she fertile, fertility god. Is Shiva the god Hubal? Yes. Allah Hubal is another name for the Lord Shiva and Orion, or center of the whole galaxy. Kaaba is Shivalingram. Prior to Allah, God was worshipped in Mecca. Hubal, the moon god. Hubal is a god associated with divination, witchcraft, Wicca. His cult image stood in the Kaaba. They talking high on the internet. Hubal is a pagan god. Who is the god of the moon? Luna was the goddess. They correct you off the rip. Talk that Greek shit. Hecate, Artemis. You know, the goddess of the earth and the half moon. That's why it's half moon, earth, and half moon again. The dark underworld, as above, so below type shit. Look at all the questions. You know you type some shit in when it's a long list of questions like this. Right? Who is the father of Hubal? Moab, I guess. Syria. We talking Syria shit. Right? Okay, let's keep it going. Is Shiva a god or a demon? The god Shiva is one of the most powerful figures in Hindu. Means the auspicious one. But most common epithet is the destroyer. Shiva, that's a girl's name. Shiva, that's a girl name. We could say it's a transformer, but it pretty much is, right? Who is Baal in Christianity? Several different deities who are designated as false gods or idols. Beelzebub, demons. Right? Okay, this all Google words, not mine. Don't give me no strike, YouTube. YouTube is owned by Google. Google, these are y'all own words. These are your own words. I'm not typing this. Who built the Kaaba according to Christians? Pre-Islamic Kaaba house, black stone, peace stone, rangers, blood, statue of pagan gods. The fez is red, the blood bandana is red. El Rukin, the peace stone, the black stone. Right? Moors, El Rukin. Alright, who is the famous moon god? Selene. See how that vowel, consonant, vowel? Selene. Even in the end, E-N-E, vowel, consonant, vowel. Shiva, a Hebrew word, meaning 7. Eve, right there in the middle of 7. Shiva, right there in the middle of 7. Shiva refers to a 7-day period formalized mourning by the immediate family of the deceased. Okay. Shiva means 7. E right in the middle of 7. Look at all these questions, man. You know you hitting on something when all this shit come up. 40 questions before you even get into the links. Okay, there goes something for y'all to read through. You see Hubal name all over it. Okay. Because sometimes if you see a TikTok or you see one source, you think somebody could be, an isolated, area of the internet. But, some people just feel like Google is legit. And this is what Google's saying. Allah is Hubal, Baal, and Shaitan. Like, this is what they saying, right? It's not, I didn't make this. Google made this. Yeah, read that. I can't even read some of this stuff because I see a couple words. But, yeah, whoever this is, they got deep into it. Yeah, y'all can get into that. You see the website. That's heavy. Talk heavy. Okay. Where we at with it? Let's just see what the image is talking about. You know how we do. Let's see what the image is talking about. And I think we see some familiar imagery. Okay, we see some familiar imagery. Everything we seeing here for real, we at this point we know what we're looking at. Look at that one. That's Hubal. That's looking like something right out there homunculus. People coming out of people consuming people, homunculus. Yeah, we look at that. Okay, whoa. You know, they got the gods of Kaaba. That's a little TikTok. They got Allah, right? 2 separate words. Okay. This is the statue. This is the smoking gun that they say. It's the smoking gun. This statue is the smoking gun. Okay, now look, you see the Hindu Shiva. See, it's that pre-Islamic Arabia that tell the tale of how we got here. That's the breadcrumbs, right? Muhammad turned these idols into the daughters of Allah, highest ranking of all 360. Kaaba, into the Quran a lot. Okay. So, I mean, they dropping knowledge. God, Heb, El, God, Elu. Okay. You got Ism, Ismai. That was heavy. So you hear images, you'd be surprised what come up. Look at your triple moon. It's that wicked triple moon shit right here. Look at the third one on the right. They like progressively get darker. You know what I mean? Not in tone, but in aesthetic. So you see there's some good images on here. They putting it right in your face. We're gonna connect the next dot in a minute. But somebody else done put it together. Ba la la. That la 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 la. See where you saying la 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 from? Ba la la. Notice in Islam you kneel when you pray. Like you get all the way down. You don't just bow like the Chinese man, you know, you don't bow like the far east. You have to get all the way down. Get down or lay down. Kind of like when the police kick the door, you got to be in that type position. You got to pose no threat whatsoever in order to be in their presence. Somebody else put the clues together. Right? Muslim around blank are still offering blank by fire to who they found a new excuse for. Alright, let's get into another part of this. We all know what a gown is. What's a gown? You hear images, you see what come up when I say gown. But when I say cap and gown, you get a whole nother image in your mind, right? When I say gown, you thinking gown. Look at these gowns. He in a gown. Met Gala, wedding dress, and the prom. You know, you in a gown, right? But if I say cap and gown, right, we get into it. If I say cap and gown, this ain't necessarily what come to mind. So a gown is a gown. We agree on that through cap and gown. If I say gown, and I say cap and gown, you don't think wedding dress and prom dress. This what you think when I say gown. That's cool, right? Gown. That's cool. Okay. Well, who wears a gown? Who wears a gown? Right? I mean, I'm just, you. What would you call it? I don't know the proper word for the proper, the Catholics wear the gown. Everybody wear the gown. The judge wear the gown. The cults. It's all about, when you're in a cult, it just come with a hood. The gown come with a hood. Right? The gown come with a veil. Notice most nightgowns are like veiled material. Right, it's like sheer. The nightgown, it's like lace. It's like see-through. It's a veil. Right? Now let's get into yoga. What would you consider a feminine posture? So what does the world consider a feminine posture? You see what come up? Yoga. Yoga come up as a feminine posture. Think about what we typing in and what we at. Look, a sitting position. Right? Most female postures are submissive. You sitting, you kneeling. Right? You ever see a man on his knees, it's all bad. Okay, let's get into yoga. Notice when you hear yoga, a lot of female images pop up. Why? Yoga, yoni. Right? What's the yoni? Look at these positions. They all look like, intimate positions. But this is the one I want to bring your attention to. Look what it's referred to as the child pose. This is a real life yoga position, right? You see it in the map. The child pose. Look at her head. Look where her head is touching the floor. Why is that of relevance? Well, if you notice, in Islam, they get the scar on their head from kneeling in that position and, praying. Look at my man got the hand signal up. But what's the equivalent of having a mark? What's the significance of having a mark on your forehead? Where you heard that from? A mark on your forehead. You got a mark on your forehead. They say God gave the mark of the forehead. When he put it on Cain, you get a mark on your forehead, it came directly from God. So the Muslim feel like the more pronounced your mark on your forehead is, the closer to God you are. You've been practicing Islam for a long time. Right? You pray, you on your deen, you do your 5 times a day, your scar is there. So you closer to God. What the Catholics do when they put the ash on you? Now you a little more holier than 5 seconds ago. Right? But most people know this from the mark of Cain, Cain and Abel. Mark of the beast. Right? Walk with me. Mark of Cain, mark of the beast, the Bindi. Yahweh ordered Cain to go forth and become a fugitive and a vagabond on the earth. Then he placed the sign known as the mark of Cain on the blank's forehead to protect him from further punishment. Look at the sign. That's a Wicca sign. That symbol is used in Wicca. That symbol is deep as, that's a whole video on its own. That symbol. Y'all like and subscribe, man. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe. I'm out.